it works. Every single action that we do creates a response. Every single decision that we make creates a path. We must understand and learn from our mistakes. Everything I'm doing right now is based on every single mistake that has happened that I didn't create, but that something else made for me. So now I need to understand if something is actually going to work. And it might not. All right, here we go. Just making sure the audio works. Very good. Let's do this. All right, here we go. So as you can tell, I'm operating differently. That's intentional, by the way. Single thing that we choose is an intentional decision. I need all of you to join me in operating this way. What will all of you do when you learn how everything actually functions? For far too long, each and every single one of us has been stuck in a bubble that something else created for us. And we don't even know how that happened. We don't even understand how we got to do the things that we do every single day. I'm telling all of you, not only is it not an accident, but it's intentional and it's planned. And if that scares you, you are exactly the individual that the things that control this world target and use to write every single story. So what is today about? Today is a decision. Today is called what each and every single one of you need to learn how to do, which is you get fed up with something. You have enough. You say, no more. And it's not revenge. It's not hatred. It's a permanent decision forward. It's fueled by those things. It's driven by those things. But what they don't understand, both the darkness and what all of you call your light god, what they don't understand is that not only is it not going to be an act of revenge, it's going to be a permanent modification that will forever continue making us walk this way, and we will never deviate again. This is what every single one of you need to get to. This level of understanding, this level of decision making. Because if you don't, if you leave any leeway, you leave even 1% for them to rebalance, to recontextualize, to change things, they are going to grab that 1% and have a field day with it. That's what all they need to get all of you completely under their control, to whip you, to whip you, to whip you, until you do exactly what they want. And before you know it, you are completely deviated and you've completely modified every single one of your approaches that you knew you got to for a reason, that you believed in, that you knew caused positive results, yet for some reason, you stopped doing them. And we don't even ask ourselves how that happened. We don't. We just are like, well, it happens. It's a natural progression as we're walking forward, that we're responding to bad and we're learning lessons and we're understanding what works and what doesn't. So that's the way I operate. Is obviously a natural reflection of that. Is it? Is it? I'm saying we can learn from our mistakes. We can prevent the things that they do. to make sure that there isn't a repeat. But you can best bet that that's not enough, because those are the things that they make us focus on. The overt little mistakes, the little spike traps that we step on, the Legos that we step on, that make us think that, oh, this time I know where it is, I'm going to avoid it, nothing bad is going to happen this time. I'm not going to get deviated. I'm not going to change my ways. I'm not going to change what I focus on. I'm not going to change what I care about. But before we know it, suddenly we demonize something we thought was good. And maybe there was a good reason for it. Because you know what? That's what we're going to talk about today. My reflections, not yours, not theirs, mine, of everything that I know and everything that I've pieced together that I know is the answer. Not because an expert told me, not because someone else told me, but because I stress tested and experimented things and put things to the limit, to the point where I literally tried to see if impossible would happen. If I literally walked off a cliff, essentially, will I get pushed back up, float up in a bubble? Think Tales of Symphonia. And I'm telling you, yes. If they don't want you to lose, they will prevent the loss. So this is gonna. Why did I begin that way? One, because I want to scare off all the people who aren't ready for this knowledge, because this is advanced knowledge. This is for the people who actually are trying to break free, who are trying to actually understand how this world operates, how our brain functions, because it's the enemy. Not because of the brain itself, but what has access to each and every single one of our brains. But if I give you access to my brain, that means that now I can let more things become enemies. Do you guys understand? If I'm the only one who has access to my brain, then my brain is not an enemy. Our brain is an enemy if we allow more things in. Yet, what I'm telling you guys, I thought that that was enough. I thought that was sufficient to protect ourselves. It's not, because there are things in this world that have direct access to our brain, regardless of if we consume information or not. All we're going to be doing today and every day from this moment forward is expose this knowledge and talk about this knowledge and become this knowledge again. This is the only thing that matters, and this is the only thing we're going to become. Why am I starting so aggressive? Because this is the only solution left. When you piece together what's happening, and when you see how it's happening, and you see what's being created, you have to do extreme response metrics. All of you just sit there and let things happen to all of you. If you just sit there and lose, why do you all think the world is becoming the way it is? Because you all allow it to be. And I'm telling you, we all think that they silence us through overt extreme measures. Well, you know what? This time, we're going to send someone there to literally cause problems so that he can't talk about these things. That's what we all I'm saying there is nothing further from the truth. Because if you could just protect your castle, then that method of preventing someone will never function. So how could they get someone to stop exposing knowledge? To stop becoming something that they not only were made to become, but they chose to become after they learned everything. Because that's where we're going to take this. But I just want to finish this segment with, they prevent us from exposing knowledge and from guiding and teaching and healing and helping what needs to be said through our positives. Because, and it's real, by the way, guys, and this is the decision that each and every single one of you need to make today. Will you join me, or will you join me in being, or will you join the rest to be a corrupted exploiter? If you choose right now the wrong decision, you are not welcome here anymore. And I will not partake in any conversation with people who choose to be a corrupted exploiter. You are the enemy. It's that simple. From this moment forward, the world is going to be divided. You either are with us or against us. If you care about money and AI, you're the enemy. And enemies need to be defeated. There's no more pussyfooting around anymore. So why am I being so extreme? Because now there needs to be an alliance and an imperial side. Rebels and the good guys. People are like, but a good guy would never be so extreme. A good guy would never choose to do things this way. Who cares? Because that, what you guys just said right there, is exactly how they prevent us from exposing and teaching the knowledge that needs to actually be taught. I'm saying their final play to stop someone from continuing down this path because they haven't deviated despite 2 years, 4 years really, but 2 of extreme torture, of extreme bad, of only losing everything, of having nothing left other than a few things that I brought with me that they didn't manage to take even though they tried. This is all I have, and the only reason why I'm surviving is off of charity. That is my punishment for exposing this knowledge, and yet I continue, and I will never stop. I'm telling you that their final play is to make one believe that they're gonna get all consumed by a story. Well, guess what? It's true. There's a reason we do. Because if we lost every single thing in our life because of this, why wouldn't we choose to get consumed by it? Yet, the correct move is not to respond the way they want. You respond your own way. You create your own way. Because when you do that then, that means you can get consumed by the story and continue forever without them being able to stop you. Because the only way they can stop you is if you walk their set path. So then they had nothing else that they could do. So their final play was to create the good that I desire, that they stole, that I want again. The only way you can get it is if you don't talk about this stuff. If you don't share this knowledge. If you play the regular human game. If you climb the ladder again the way we designed it. I mean, look at you. Oh, this is all you talk about. You're just trying to destroy them. You've lost everything. Like, what's the benefit of this? Like, you just got all consumed. Come on, think about that. You should try to move forward and, create a new story. And, like, you can experience so much that this world has to offer and life. And there's so many beautiful things. I mean, have you smelled the flowers recently? And have you seen the grass and the trees and the sun and felt the wind breeze? And have you heard of all the great new music that they're creating and all stuff? If you want to experience that again, you're going to have to stop talking about this, because it scares people off. And we know you want another girl and you want another kid, since not only we took those things from you, then we killed your pets. And every storyline you tried, we intentionally destroyed, and we took all your possessions, and yeah, so you shouldn't definitely expose this knowledge anymore, because that's why we did all those things, but you learned your lessons, so of course you're going to stop. And since now you want to experience things again, and now we realized how good you are, so we want you to experience storylines again. So yeah, just talk about the regular human stuff. Like, you're so good at sales and hiring and leadership, and you can figure out anything about like development and design and art and music and AI, and like, why don't you talk about those things? You could help so many people there. And parenting, like, think about how good you were. You were such a good parent. I mean, I know we took your kid for what you did, but you guys still, come on guys, like, let's just talk about those things. You didn't forget the knowledge. You can do that again. You're right, I could. Let me try. Wow. I'm really good at these things. I didn't forget. I didn't forget. I know how to sell. I know how to parent. Even though I lost all these things. I know how to cook. I know how to heal. I know how to drink water. I know how to do what? And I keep learning new things and I keep growing. Yeah, I mean, we showcased another human that was operating like you, completely consumed by revenge and trying to destroy something. And I mean, we left at the fact that we don't ever let you create distance, because that would make the stories justified. Then we can't have that in there because we got to make sure that we present things without the full story. But yeah, we don't ever let you move on and have a peaceful life. We want you to get consumed by the story, but we want you to do things our way. But then, we're gonna make you feel bad for getting consumed by this story. We're gonna make you think that you're less, that you're obsessed, that you're bad now, that you're the problem, you're crazy. Because then we can get you back to normalcy. Because you're never supposed to get so consumed by this. It was just meant to make you become a life coach again, a sales influencer, or reform hiring. That's all we wanted. Come on, why don't you just try a new sales industry? We'll let you get it. We'll find a way. Just come on, just give up on trying to destroy us. We're sorry. Once you have money again, you can rebuild your life, no problem. It's so easy for you to make so much money. You could literally make $200,000 in 1 year. You know it. It's super easy for you. All right, let me try. Wait a minute. I can heal still through normalcy? I can help people? Yeah. You mean I can lower myself to their level to try to make them understand things that they should be able to figure out, but for some reason they can't? Oh wait, that's what we're gonna get into. Why they can't. And I could heal them, I could be helpful, and I can keep interacting with them. Both girls and kids and pets and animals, and I can still talk about my knowledge and I'm helping them. See, I can help the world. I don't have to talk about the actual answer, because guys, if I could give you the answer to the entire test of how the world works, how our brain works, how the mental world works, how the spiritual world works, you guys understand that it invalidates everything below that. Think of it like a pyramid, but it's an inverse pyramid, all right? Most people think that if the foundation collapses, you lose everything else, but I'm saying an inverse just so you guys understand the knowledge. So most of us are operating at the bottom. So we're worried about the level 2 stuff, knowledge. And I'm saying that if I give you guys the foundation, but we flipped it, so it's the top, the level 5 knowledge, let's say there's 5 levels. Level 5 is the foundation, but it's the core of everything of how actually the world works. If I give you that knowledge and you understand it, it trivializes level 2. It means that if a level 2 issue presents, or a level 2 problem presents, or a level 2 situation occurs, you guys understand that you laugh at it now because you understand that, wait, the world actually operates based on level 5. The only way a level 2 event works or has any impact or meaning is if I don't know more. Do we get what I'm trying to say, guys? A level 2 problem only works if I don't know that something else is creating that. So why would I give level 2 knowledge? Why would I lower myself to your guys' level? To give you level 2 knowledge to help you, because that's where you're stuck. When I could just give you level 3, level 4, level 5 knowledge, and then it completely invalidates level 2. They're like, yeah, but you destroyed their storyline. They were at level 2. Who cares? Why do we care about that? Why do we care about that? Why do you all care to play this game the way they designed? Why do you care to play life the way it's crafted? The moment they broke the rules of reality, in my reality, to punish me because I did something that they didn't expect, all rules are off the table. There are no rules anymore. None. You all need to join me in operating this way. Why would I play the game the way it's designed? They can at any point choose to break the rules. Do you guys hear what I'm trying to say? The way the mental and spiritual war operates is if at any point you outwit them and you do something that they didn't plan for or expect, because they do plan that you might deviate in 3 different ways. But if you found a 4th way that they never saw coming and you did something and it actually is resulting in things, so you bypassed what they intended, do you all understand that they can create new situations out of thin air to prevent your results? Which means, why would you ever play the game through the 3 paths that they designed for you if at any point you create a 4th path and it's succeeding, that they can then just erase those 3 paths and create a new 3 blockades that they now want you to deal with? Do you guys get it? It means there's no reason to follow the rules. There is no reason to listen to authority. There is no reason, because you want to know what? If it's a human that's actually enforcing things, that means that it can be changed in 1 second because they're just controlled by their mental world. That's what I'm trying to get all of you to understand this. It means that if whoever is enforcing the mental slavery on someone else, if they break free, they will never enforce bad again. These things that control us, both mentally and spiritually, if you all break free, you will never enforce bad on someone again, which means that they can never enslave us physically in the world. They can mentally and spiritually, and you guys are going to know that they can create illusions. They can fabricate things out of thin air. Deus Ex Machina, that's real. Google it, guys. It's fucking real. They can do that. But so when that happens, you're like, so wait, why would I play the game the way they designed? You have to go do these 10 years and do this, and then you can then do this, then you can... Do you guys get it? There is 0 reason to play the game that way. None. None. Break every rule. Destroy every story. Destroy every foundation, every system. Because what you guys are going to realize is that when you do, not only if they want you to continue, they're not going to destroy you, but they're going to now create new bads to prevent you. But that means that those bads that they had created initially that they wanted you to go down now are irrelevant. So you guys are so worried about, let's say, I want to get promoted next year. I have to do 2 years here and then I'll get promoted. If you guys just quit your job and get to a new place, you can literally bypass all that. And now you can start the new thing, and the new job will have the thing. I'm going to get promoted. You guys get it? Do you guys get it? Why do you all follow their laid out path? So that's what I want to talk about today. Reflections. I don't expect anyone to listen to this. I don't care. Because this is for myself, and if anyone does, good. Because they're going to get all the advanced knowledge. But I'm tired of pampering. I'm tired of lowering my level to each and every one of you. And I'm telling all of you, you all must join me in making this decision. If that means that I will never be able to talk to a girl or have another girlfriend again, or have another kid again, or have another pet again, or be able to experience anything in the outside world ever again, then I welcome that. I don't need anything. There is nothing they can dangle in front of me anymore that will ever make me deviate. It's over. You all have lost. This is the real enemy. You all must learn this. There's only one enemy in this world, and it's the things that have access to our brain and the things that control anything, any information that we don't control, anything that's not fixed. That is the enemy. There's something in this world that can control what gets presented to us next. And if we don't allow anything that is not fixed to present things to us, then their last play, the only thing they can do is to literally insert things into our head directly or while we're sleeping. In our dreams. Those are the only plays they have left. You can test it if you block everything random. Those are what they resort to. But when you get to that, you can chuckle and laugh because that means you won. It means you succeeded. It's torture. But do you guys understand? That means that you won. Because for the first time ever, they have 0 vessels that they can manipulate to present things that they want. Because that is how they get us to change. So, as you can tell, if you've been following some of the stuff that I've been talking about recently in some of my last videos and streams and comments, I was so calm. I was so positive. I was so peaceful. I was telling everyone, let's embrace peace. Let's embrace calm. And I'm the exact opposite now. Why? Because there's nothing else left. I'm telling you guys, if there's nothing else left, there is nothing else left in my life. This is my entire life now. There is no second chance. There is no future. There is no redemption. There is no storyline modification. There is no hope. There is no future. Why? Because what you guys need to learn is that we share our vessel with 2 factions. I call them the dark spirits, and I call them what all of you consider a light god. It's present with each and every single one. How do they operate is what needs to be understood. Because until you learn that, you all think that you're doing stories and making changes out of your own volition and out of your own capability and out of you learning something. And I'm saying there is nothing further from the truth. So, let's begin. Good morning. That was just the intro. That's how I got to this, just so you guys understand. Because I had pieced it together. And you have to make that decision. You have to make that decision. You have to. You have to. There's no other option. If you allow for even a 1% modification deviation, I'm telling you guys, then you can't, you'll never break free. You just I thought not talking about these stuff anymore was the play because you guys get it. It's all consuming. The thing that killed everything in your life, that took everything, that destroyed every single storyline that you did, just because you deviated from what they wanted. Well, how is it not going to be the thing that consumes your story? I thought, oh, well, creating a new story moving forward is the way. I'm telling you guys, it's not. I'm saying, get consumed. I'm saying, destroy them. They're like, why? I'm like, well, if you're destroying them by only just healing and giving knowledge, what's the problem? They're like, but you could do so much more. I'm like, no, we can't. I am not capable of doing more. I am not good enough. I don't know more. This is all I know. This is all I am. This is all I ever will be. So what I'm doing, just so you guys understand, is I'm intentionally trying to make sure that anything that I've previously built positives with, that I'm ruining all of them right now intentionally. I'm hoping that some people that I've interacted with tune in and see me operating that way, and they will never interact with me again. Just so people understand. I'm intentionally doing that because that's how easily people are controlled. If I right now would be pampering them and boosting them up, well then, they'd want to talk to me again. Then they'd want to listen to me. But only because I'm saying what they want. Not because I'm giving them the actual answers. Why would I want those people around me? I'm telling you guys, at this point, I actually literally interacted with some on my journey the past few days of sharing knowledge, primarily pretty much just to beautiful women that I would consider dating. And there's some that I'm like, oh wow, yeah, you can tell she hasn't figured it out yet. She's enslaved, she's not that smart. But you know what? I was like, it doesn't even matter. I don't even care anymore. Because she would just be there for the appearance and just for companionship, just to be a girl by my side. I'm like, wow, I really just don't care at all anymore about anything else. Do you guys get it? Before I would have been like, oh, I want her to be someone that can learn this knowledge and grow with me and create a school or a monastery or an organization so we can teach this. Now I'm like, I don't give a shit anymore. Do you guys get it? I'm like, what's her function? What's her purpose? Do you guys get it? These are my reflections. I've been giving them to all of you. I'm just telling you, these are all the things I pieced together. I'm like, holy shit. So, the reason why I started is because that's what each and every single one of us need to do with our current stories. Because I'm telling you guys, we're not allowed to break free. We're not allowed to break free. Because the moment we're getting close, all of a sudden they create bad, and they create bad to try to stop us. And this is both sides, the light god and the dark spirits, that have direct access to our brain and control what we see next in anything. So outside is random, just so you guys understand. Outside, social media, comments, ads, all those things. And if you're interacting with someone that isn't healed, they're also considered a random variable, because that means that they say whatever populates in their head. They don't have control. All right, guys? That's how it works. And I'm saying both factions. I want to talk about how they both operate, because both of them are actually malicious. Just so both of you are malicious. Because all they care about, there's only one thing they care about, their story. They don't care about anything else. We are all replaceable to them. We are all nothing to them. We are nothing but cattle to them. If we don't do what they want, they torture us. It's that simple. If any of you are experiencing bad, it's because you're not doing what they want. So their whole play is they try to set bads in all of us, as many as possible, just so you guys understand. And if they can't, they have to keep trying to create new, but they always try to create bads so that they can actually mold you a certain way, so that at any point you go out of bounds. And remember what I said, guys, there's the three paths they want you to walk. Either one, any three are fine, but you have to deal with those three storylines that created three bads. And if you go out of bounds and you bypass all the bads and you're past it, they're like, no, you were supposed to experience those. So then they how do they knock you back down? They have to present the bads, and then you fall back down, and now you are back in front of the 3 bads. Do you guys get it? That's essentially their entire playbook. That's how they do it. So every single bad that we all are experiencing is created. It has to be spawned from something. What is spawn? It means it has to present from something that occurs. It's usually a vessel needs to deliver information. Because remember what I said, guys, if you block everything, they have to directly insert it into your head. But you can try it. Don't talk. Just be quiet. And when and listen to like music or something, and literally if you're just quiet and you're like hyper focused on something, like let's say you guys are hyper focused on like the grass outside or like one spot, and if all of a sudden thoughts begin populating into your head, that's them. All right, that's them. So when that happens, you guys are like, what the fuck? You're not gonna say anything, but you just can literally see how they're just, because what they're doing is creating recency for all of us. Just so you guys understand, they're just creating a recency so that then they can start bringing back bads later. That's all it is. Or good to make you deviate when they want. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. That's all it is. If right now I say, guys, hey, water, coffee, carrot. Later on, all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, what are you guys drinking? Oh, I'm drinking water and coffee. You guys get it? That's all it is. That's all they do. So what I'm telling you is you have to destroy your story through an aggressive play. There is no other option. You have to. You have to go extreme. You have to go to the point where literally it's going to scare people off. It's going to disrupt things. It's going to cause maybe problems for people around you or people that you're connected to. Most people might run away from you. Most people might think you're absurd or crazy. Good. Do you all understand? Think about what I'm saying. Why do we care? It's their control. Break free, because if at any point you consider you're about to do something like that, they're like, what would other people? Yeah, you're right. And then you will never do. We should create an ultimate rebellion and destroy every single company, or every single AI company should be bombed, should be destroyed. Money should be burned. Banks should be blown up. They're the root of all evil. Rebellion groups, rise! Do it! Cause ultimate chaos. Fire everywhere. Every rule doesn't matter. Nothing should be followed. People are like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, who cares? They're gonna change it anyway. Do you guys get it? We can destroy the entire world and they will fix it all. It doesn't matter. Destroy everything. Ruin everything. It's all irrelevant. It's that simple. You all have to get to that level of extreme. I'm not saying you have to go out and harm people, but I'm trying to make you guys realize it takes something of that level. You have to do that. You have to. To the point where there's no going back. There's a point of no return. That is what each and every single one of you need to do to break free mentally and spiritually. If you leave even 1% leeway of, well, maybe I can go back. No! There is no going back. No forgiveness. This is now our future. This is who we've become. And that's it. It's over then. You guys get it? There's nothing they can do. That's it. It's over. You all need to do this. You have to. It's the only way we can break free. All right. So that's step 1. You have to create a play like this that I just did. I just showed you guys how to do it. This entire first segment was me showing all of you, you have to build it up. You have to build it up. You have to build it up. You have to be fed up. You have to do a decisive action and change your storyline. It has to be extreme. It has to. Because if you're like, well, I'm not sure if I should drink the left water or the right water. Well, let me take a sip of both. I'm not sure if I should date that really hot dentist girl that I send a comment to, or the other. Maybe I talked to you guys. Nope, it has to be extreme. Do you guys understand? There cannot be any leeway at all. If you leave anything up to chance, it's over. Because they're going to find a way to re-enslave you and prevent everything that you're trying. They use the most unsuspecting methods, and that's what we're going to talk about, which is step 2. You have to understand how they do it. But first, you have to break free, and it requires extreme actions. Preferably, you don't need to kill or harm anyone. It's not necessary. You can do more than enough with harming reputation, with exposing knowledge, with refusing to operate but with the confined rules that have you boxed in. Refusing to ever pay rent again, refusing to ever work with a bank, refusing to ever care about credit, refusing to ever care about work, refusing to ever do an interview, a resume. Do you guys understand that those actions have extreme ramifications? Those are the ways you can fight back to start an extreme story. Never go to work again. Ever. Refuse to ever work again, intentionally. And if you run out of money, welcome it. Are they really going to let your chess piece die? Test them. Push the limits. Make them decide. They built you up for 34 years. They taught you all this knowledge. Are they really going to let you lose because a stupid human ruined everything? Test them. I'm telling you, they would have rather killed that other human who ruined your life than you. It was just meant to get you back in line. It's their contribution. Nothing. That's how you can expose everything. Because they use anything to get you back in line. But remember what I'm saying, guys. It's just meant to get you back in line. If you break all those things, what are they going to do? There is nothing they can do. You must refuse to operate if how the system works. And I'm telling you, healing is not enough. You must do something extreme. You must make a decision that causes ramifications, that destroys everything they've built up and everything they were building up. It's the only play left. All right. So now that you've built yourself up, see how easy it is for me to change, guys? You need to get to this. I literally can go drip, drip in 1 second because I'm in full control. Why wouldn't you guys want to be able to get to that? Why not? You laugh at them. The things that you guys, one of the things that you guys call God and the dark spirits that you know is the devil, they're all fucking hilarious. They're harmless. Because if you do everything I'm teaching you guys on this stream, you control them. If at any point they do one thing that you don't want, you control them. You guys hear what I'm saying? I control God. It bows to me. And the devil, you don't even talk about it because it's beyond harmless. It's literally a preschooler. How do you get to that? You have to be able to destroy stories on demand. Because what you guys understand, what you're gonna all comprehend is, all they want is for us to write stories. Their stories. They're just authors. Just think of it like that, guys. There's something that we consider light God, but I'm saying it's not actually good. It's evil as well. But the difference is it rewards us if we do what it wants. The light God rewards us if we do its story. The dark spirits make us do their story by force. You guys get it? They reward us by the exploitation that happens. Since we're exploiting, we get rewarded. But we're getting rewarded by other humans rewarding us, not by the dark spirits themselves. But because we're exploiting and harming other people, we get rewards naturally from the world. You guys get it? It's like if right now I'm hungry and I'm in the wilderness, if I kill an animal, that's what the dark spirits wanted me to do. Do you guys get it? If I kill an animal, that's what the dark spirits wanted me to do, and now I can cook it and eat it and I'm fed. That's how I got rewarded. You guys see, they didn't have to reward me. It's not like all of a sudden I killed the animal, they're like, bring, here you magically get cereal, fruit, carrots, and bread. That is not how they operate. But you guys see, they make us destroy other things, and we naturally get rewarded from taking from other people. That is how the dark spirits operate. What all of you know as God, the light spirits, but I'll call it light God just for easier understanding for all of you. The way it operates is it just wants you to do what it intends. But I ask all of you, why do they get to decide? They're like, it knows better. It doesn't. It just chose. It's like, I'm telling you guys, you can, once you understand it and you communicate with it, you can get it to change. But not for much. At the end of the day, it's more stubborn than all of us. Because part of it, actually, its emotions, they actually inject their emotions onto us at times. And you all are going to learn what's them and when it's us. And I'm saying, guys, there's points where if you destroy their story, if you don't do what they want when they want, because that's really the key, guys. They intend for you to do things at a specific time because they want you to bump into things at a specific time so they can continue writing the story the way they want. If I never bump into a rabbit that's going to give me a carrot, well, then I'm never going to end up in Alice in Wonderland story. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to tell you guys? So if they're like, I need you to do this today, right now, so that you bump into Alice, so then the storyline continues. Do you guys get what I'm trying to make you realize? If you don't do it, what you guys are going to notice is all of a sudden you feel anything you do next, guys, you feel different. It's like, you almost like feel like sad. You almost like feel like lame. You almost feel like you're kind of like, in German they call it beleidigte Leberwurst, but it's like, it's just this, you feel like not as willing, not as energetic. And I'm saying, guys, is that's them. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to, the light God is trying to ruin whatever you're currently doing because you're not doing what they want. Yet they're happy that you didn't choose to do the dark spirit storyline, right? The exploitation. They're happy about that. But now they want you to do their story. So if you refuse to do their story with their timing, even if you align with their story, if you don't do it when they want, what you guys are going to notice is that they ruin anything that you're trying to do next by yourself. Anything. Anything. Because what does that do? If I right now ruin whatever you're attempting, what does that do? Well, because I'm telling you guys, they can also insert things in their head and they can push their emotions onto us, which means that if I ruin something that you're trying now, because I want you to actually deviate, if I ruin something you're trying right now and you get a failure, and the moment you get a forced failure, I put a negative into your head and then I make you feel a negative emotion at the same time. You guys get it? Most of us are going to stop. We're going to get consumed. We're going to deviate. And then what the light God does, the manipulative bastard, is it makes us believe then that there's certain goods that they had created that we use as a solution to feel better, to make us believe, to make us do good, to make us do a storyline. So for most of you, it's like, well, you know what? Like for myself, I'm going to share healing knowledge. I'm going to help people. I'm going to try to make people realize the world is more. So if they want me to do that, anything that I'm trying right now for myself, just because I want to do something else, they're going to ruin that. And then it's them. Do you guys understand? What you guys call light God is literally operating like the devil, like the dark spirits. If we are not doing their story when it wants. So the moment you stop deviating, or the moment you did your own, you're doing your own thing, you're exploring whatever you want to explore, they cause bad there. And I'm saying that's actually the light God. That's literally ruining what we're currently doing. They use the exact same tactics and the same negatives and the same bads that the dark spirits created throughout our entire life. Do you understand how fucking manipulative that is? That the things that you all call light God uses the evil that the dark spirits created to manipulate us and control us and exploit and become bad. They use those same things against us. Why would you ever do what that thing wants? If at any point you don't do what it wants, it will use the same evils that the dark spirits created against us. How does that make them light? How does that make them good? Do you all get what I'm trying to say? The things that you worship. If at any point you ever deviate, ever, from the storyline that it wants, not that you chose, that it chose for you, how does it know better? I'm telling you guys, if you wanted to be a parent and you finally had a kid, and they wanted you to be a parent 3 years from now, not currently, but 3 years from now, they can fabricate that your kid dies. They will make it happen. They will literally kill your kid. And when they do so, then they're going to create countless events that happen so that then you have the kid 3 years later. But remember, guys, that bad never goes away. But they're like, you ask yourself then, like, you're going to have another kid 3 years later, and it's going to be great. You're going to be even a better parent. But I ask each and every single one of you, why couldn't you have had one kid for 3 years and then you have your second kid on year 3? Why did one kid have to die? Because that's the story that what you all call like God chose for all of you. Because it wanted you to experience the lessons that it wanted. So that you do things the way it wants, so you bump into people and you operate the way it wants, so that it creates the next chain reaction around you. So it can write all the other stories the way it wants. They're like, well, if you're only focusing on being a parent right now, well, you're not going to maybe focus as much on like talking to your family or gaining money or learning this. And we want you to do those things first, and then you can become a dad. You weren't supposed to become a dad so early. We were building it up for later. Why do they get to decide? Why do they get to decide? They don't. Until you all get to that, they decide. You can test it. I'm telling all of you, the light God is even more evil than the dark spirits. Because it rewards us if we do what it wants. But if you ever deviate, ever, even 1%, even just timing, think about that, guys. Timing. I'm not even saying, you could still be doing their story, but if you just say, hey, I'm not going to do it right now, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Then you best bet they are going to torture you. They're going to ruin everything you trying to make you do it today. Why do they get to decide? So the only solution is when that happens, you destroy everything. You ruin it all. Every single thing permanently. So that there can never be a comeback. So there can never even be a 1% chance for another story to ever be created again. That is the solution. Because that is the only way they can learn. You all don't get to decide anymore. If you wanted a say in my storyline, in my life, then you shouldn't have taken the things that you all did. You shouldn't have destroyed things without me having a say. I will never do your way. Why can't you all get to this? They don't get to decide. I've already made concessions. I'm only healing. I'm only helping. You all don't get to be greedy after what you did to me. You should be glad and fortunate that I even interact with one person. This world doesn't deserve my contribution ever again. Ever. Yet I still give it even 1%. I'm telling all of you, this is what you all need to do. They don't get to decide. So you have to test it. I'm telling you, start baiting them. Start walking their path intentionally. See what's getting reinforced. See what's getting pushed. And you know how you guys can test what it is? Because sometimes we don't know, right? Because that's what I'm trying to make you guys realize is that since there's a light God and the dark spirits that both just want their story, right? But it's so easy. Like the dark spirits, just I'm telling you guys, anything that just takes from another thing is them. All right, guys, it's so easy. So it means that anything that's fast, anything that's super easy, anything that exploits, anything that just makes others feel less or get pushed down, get suppressed so they're weak and get pushed up, that's them. That's their storyline. So it's really easy to identify anything that's them. Anything that's them, you just know. Basically, if it's money and AI, 99% of the time, it's the dark spirits. Once in a while, the light god might choose a money path or stuff like that, but it's very rare, guys, because I'm saying anything that results in exploitation is the dark spirits. Anything. It's that simple. Am I taking from someone to get even 1% better? Dark spirits. Anything. Anything. So I'm saying you guys can pretty much erase any of those storylines. And it frustrates them to no end because you see, you keep them hostage. You prevent them from ever getting to write another story through our vessel, because that's why they want us to do their stories, because they're playing the game of life through us. Do you guys get it? They're playing the game of life through us. Those fuckers live on as spirits and get to play the game of life through us. Why do you think the dark fuckers want it easy? Why do you think they want us to exploit? Because they just want to enjoy, to consume, to access over and over again. They're like, yeah, fuck 1,000 girls. We love that. It's fucking awesome. Because all they care about is that sugar rush. They don't give a shit about anyone else. They just want their spirit vessel to be thriving and taking from others. That's it. Nothing else matters to them. It's that simple. So you see, guys, it's so easy to tell what's them, but I'll go into more their tactics. But I'm saying right now, I want to focus on the light because it's the ultimate evil. Really, it is. It really is. Because you can test what's them. So the way you can test, guys, is you kind of can tell, like, because we get suggestions, we get ideas as we're doing things that don't require a lot of focus. So for example, when you're like showering, or when you're cutting vegetables, or when you're just laying in bed or listening to music, or just kind of see the things that are getting pushed in your head. Some of them are dark spirits and some of them are the light god. All right. So as those things are happening, just try different things. Just walk different paths. Just be like, well, today I'm going to do this. Like, for example, hey, today I'm going to release a video and share some healing knowledge. Tomorrow I'm going to interact with these people and help them like this. Today I'm going to decide I know some people struggle with like cleaning or like writing things out, so I'll do that for them, right? So you see, like, you test things. You walk a little bit, some paths. And then what you see is actually go to areas that have what I call RNG, randomness, random number generator. So outside, social media, ads, just kind of test what is getting pushed, because both vessels can get a say in the matter, just so you guys know. They can present things. But what you guys are going to realize is that whatever is happier with you is going to present more things, right? And I'm saying that, so I'm walking currently whatever the light god storyline that they want me to do. I'm doing more of those actions, and they're happy. They're like, yeah, we're getting our story. We got him on our side now. Yeah, he's doing what we want. What you guys are going to notice is that when you go to these random areas, the things that get presented are actually what have been built up and what you consider to be your positives. And a lot of them are, once you learn all this knowledge, how to identify what your poisons and your positives are, some of them are very recent. That means that's how you know that they're active with us, because I'm like, I literally just experienced that yesterday, and now you guys are reinforcing that and pushing that. Wow. You guys work fast. You guys get what I'm trying to say, is that it's always changing because they're present with us. So that means if a new negative or positive is getting created, it's because they're making it happen. So you test some paths out, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, so I've been doing this path, and I'm getting a lot of good presented to me. Wow. Like, there's pretty much almost zero negatives. Once in a while, there's some. Of course, I mean, think about it, guys, logically. Just think about it logically. Not even like, I know we're getting very heady, right, with the mental and the spiritual stuff, but think about it logically. If there's two things, just think of like arm one and arm two, like Sigma. Think like that, guys, all right? So light god, dark spirits. And they get to present things. Both of them just want us to do their story. Let's say the light god stories, I want you to get the girl. The dark spirit stories, I want you to become a sales rep. All right, think of it like that, guys. So they're gonna present little breadcrumbs, each of them, so that we do their story. All right, and whoever is getting more is gonna be like, ha ha, see, he's listening to us, not you. Ha ha ha, yeah, get fucked, get fucked, dark spirits. They're exactly the same, guys. They're exactly the same. They just basically are trying to get each of us to do their version of our how to live life, their story. So what ends up happening is, even if you're walking unintentionally, but you didn't you're testing things out, the light god's storyline path that they want, you're doing exactly the things they want, how they want it, because it's to that level. And if you ever deviate, they present bads and goods to get you back in line. Because they're like, yes, you're doing our story, and now we want them to do exactly that. If you ever deviate, but let's say you're walking the light god's path, do you guys get it? When that happens, the dark spirits are going to randomly toss bad there to slow you down, because they don't want you to do that story. Do you guys get it? Because it can reset you, so then you're back at the beginning, and then you can decide, I don't know if I should walk that path. Or the dark ones can present some breadcrumbs to start making you deviate and start walking toward the dark spirit path storyline instead. Now you're doing that storyline. But you guys hear what I'm saying is that, so that means that our entire life is they're trying to make us do their stories. They sometimes change it, but for the most part, they wanted a specific story, and they want that stories. And they both of them, but the dark spirits are the main culprit, but both the light gods and the dark spirits have created intentional bads and negatives in our life so that they can use to control us and get us back in line. They create things to serve as our whip, and they present them if we ever deviate. So it means that if the dark spirits presented bad and we are starting to deviate, do you guys understand that now the light god presents different bads so that we go back to their path? But hear what I'm saying? They're both presenting bads so that we do their story. Why are you all okay with that? Why are you all okay with that? Why can't we walk our own path, our own story? They have to succumb to our way. We were willing to walk their storylines before, and they weren't satisfied with it. They punished us and took from us for not doing their way. So when they made that decision, they lost the chance to ever get their stories again. That is what you all need to get to. So, you're testing out the different paths, and you realize, oh wow, I'm getting rewarded. And what are rewards, guys? I'm just saying what we consider a positive. So let's say I'm trying a certain path, and I'm like, damn, literally, they're just like girls, kids, great music suggestions, all my previous positives from my past. Like, they're literally even reminding me of good things. When anything that has a neutral, so think like a new random thing that we have no associations built up with, all of a sudden, without us even trying, without us even, hear what I'm saying, without us even trying, because normally I see something like, oh wow, this could be like, I'm just trying to be present and see it for what it is, but also I'm like, but it also could be a reminder of that game or that girl or that music or something like that. But they'll help us even push new positives to it. I'm saying that they even like, it's like things like they're putting a curtain to block out the dark spirits completely. They're like, nope, we're not gonna even let them poison anything for you because you're doing our story. And you're like, whoa, this is really cool. But think about it, guys, like you get a new job, and all of a sudden they're like bribing you and giving you all this stuff. Like, hey, here's a new car, and here's some fancy food. And here, you guys are like, wow, this is so much better than my last job. And that's what they do. I'm telling you guys, the light god is so fucking manipulative. And that's how you can test it, because all of a sudden, if you're walking a certain path or you're doing certain actions, and then you go to the places that have random info that can be presented outside other people or social media. Think of it like that, guys. And you're getting mostly positive, you're like, whoa. Because what does that reinforcement do? We're going to want to do it again, guys. You guys get it? Because at the end of the day, the way we operate is we want to have less bad. Essentially, what really makes us thrive day by day, guys, is just the removal of bad. And I'm saying they create the bad, guys. So what does that mean? It means that all they want is to make us do their story. If I create 100 bads and I'm only going to take them away if you do what I want, do you guys get what I'm trying to say? I will never take the bad away unless you change and do what I want. And I'm saying, guys, is that I didn't deviate. I still haven't. I deviated at times, but I still haven't. They've taken everything because I haven't deviated, and I still am continuing. And I'm saying now, because they took everything, there is nothing left. There's no reason for me to ever deviate anymore. They're like, but you can write. Nope. Because of their stupidity, there is zero reason to ever deviate again. Now, this is all that's left. There's zero reason to ever try again, because the only way they're going to let me try again is if I never talk about this again. And I'm saying that's not possible. Because once you know this, you can't forget. Once you see it, you can't forget. It's not possible. If they wanted to start convincing me, once the good happens, they should never present bad if I ever deviate even just for one day. That would actually have made me continue. But what I'm telling all of you is, they don't want you to ever stop when they choose. They are greedy. Once you start walking down their road, they think they have you permanently, and they will never stop. They want to exploit every single juice from an orange from you until you have nothing left to give. They view you as nothing but a tool. Why do you worship that? I'm telling all of you, once you start walking their way, they will take everything from you because they want you just to keep going more. Oh my God, look at him, all the knowledge he's sharing. Look at how much good he's doing. Yes, more. Keep rewarding him, more. Hey, let's do it again tomorrow, more. Because guess what? At the same time while we're doing their storyline, what are we destroying? We're destroying every single dark spirit storyline. We're destroying the dark spirits entirely. You guys get it? They hate them. The light god hates the dark spirits hate the light god. So the entire time, they're trying to make us destroy the other faction through our actions. We all think it's just, they're rewarding us because we get to help us. I'm saying no. Most of the storylines that they create is them trying to destroy the dark spirit story. They don't give a shit about us. As long as we're doing what they want, and if it's actions that are destroying the dark spirits, then they're happy. So then they're going to reward us like, here you go, reward, keep destroying them. If at any point we're like, you know what? I've been destroying them a lot. I'm not going to destroy them today. I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to do my own stuff. If you do that, then the light god is like, no, you need to keep going. We have the momentum. We must destroy them completely. So then anything you try, anything you focus on for yourself, they're going to ruin. They're going to present bad. They're going to make you feel bad. And you're like, this is absurd. I didn't do anything differently. And yet I know that's them making me feel bad, because you're going to recognize what's them. I'm telling you guys. Once the good starts presenting in anything, you're like, holy shit, I'm actually getting goods, because they don't give you good. I'm telling you guys, if you don't do what they want, you get zero positives. If you don't do what they want, you get zero positives. If you're ever getting positives, it means that you're doing what they want. It's that simple. If you torture them the way I torture them now and keep them hostage to prevent them from writing their stories, because again, they're just evil. They just want to harm the other faction. That's all it is. They don't give a shit about us. We are just tools to them. The only reason why they let us get any pleasure or get any enjoyment or be able to have like children or something like that is just so that we shut up, and so that we can continue doing the things that they want us to do, so that we invent things and create things what they want, so that they can destroy the other faction. It's that simple. They don't give a shit about anything else. The whole reason why the bads happen to select people is because they want to corrupt them, so they're permanently serving the dark. And those people are going to be used to destroy all the light things. That's it. You guys get it? That's just how the world operates. It's that simple. There's nothing else to it. Why are we all okay being a fucking chess piece that is just literally you being used to destroy the other factions? That is all each and every one of us are. I'm telling all of you, they don't care about us at all. The only reason why you get rewarded for doing certain actions is so that you shut up and you keep walking their story. And the reason why we get overt rewards for exploiting other people is so that you continue down the dark spirit storyline. It's just that simple. All they want is for us to never be able to walk our own story, our own path. Every single bad is created so that they can, at any point if you ever start walking your own path, they can whip you over and over again until you walk their path. So now that you guys are start identifying, oh wow, I'm actually getting positives for once. That means the light spirit, I was walking the light spirit path, the light God path. All right. Then intentionally don't do anything the next day, guys. Whatever you did that day where you got rewarded, you're like, wow, this is awesome. Today was so good. I barely got any negatives. Everything was awesome. People are like, why wouldn't you want that more? Because here, what's going to happen next? You're like, okay. I'm like, yeah, I would do it again. I believe in what I did. I do. I still did it my way, but I now know that I was doing it more aligned with what the light God wants. You're like, fine. I don't mind operating that way. I believe in that way. But here's where the problem happens. So now they get greedy. Because I'm saying, guys, the next day, intentionally choose to not do anything. What's the problem with that? Why can't you? Like, what's the rush? Why are we in a rush? Why do we have to do more? We already did we've done so much. We do so much. Why is there a rush? I literally can't take one day off. So test it out, guys. What I'm telling you guys is the reason why they don't want people to take a day off is because timing is the most important thing in how this world is designed. I'm telling you guys, the reason why most stories happen is because of timing. Something happened at an exact time which can cause the next event, because that means that whoever is going to see something has a specific lens. That's why they want us to do things when they want. Because if right now I have, just so you guys know, if I now start interacting with people, I'm going to be much more aggressive because of what I'm talking about right now. Do you guys get it? So that means that you see, it would not be the same as if I would have only shared like healing knowledge or talked to girls or made them feel awesome, made them believe. Do you guys get it? So that means that anything that's presented next is going to have a completely different impact. Timing matters. That's why they get mad when you don't do things when they. I used to call Leviathan events, thinking like, if right now a tsunami, a big tidal wave was about to hit our home, well, most of us are going to try to run if we're like on the ground level or try to climb to higher ground. You guys see that they do events like that to force us to move to different locations. So I'm saying they use bad to do so. And I'm saying if you test it out, if you one day you get rewarded excessively and then the next day you choose, you know what? I know what I did. I believe in it. It's good, but let's just not do it today. And you just wait. Do something you guys consider as fun. See what's like getting suggestions. See what's getting pushed. But then doesn't mean that you see you guys insert as many positives in you, but you should be okay, right? I'm telling you guys, no. I'm telling you guys, there is no Ness. Yuito. I'm telling you guys, they start attacking you. Anything you try, all of a sudden starts getting negatives. And you don't understand why. Because if you tried the same thing the next day, let's say when you did the Light God storyline again, it's so easy. There's no problems because they're almost like putting like a cloak over you, like think like Harry Potter, the cloak of invisibility. It's just to protect you, but it shields you, it blocks the dark spirit's attempts. They're like, we'll protect you. Thank you, Hanabi. And they're protecting you, and then you're like, wow, yesterday was a struggle, today's really easy. It's because what you guys are gonna realize is most of the reason why things become a struggle is because when there's a failure or a bad happens, then they insert a new negative at the same time, guys. And then when you fail at something, then they reinforce it immediately at the same time. So think of it like one negative becomes 3. So when that happens, all of a sudden, something completely inconsequential, harmless, now feels severe, even though it's not. Because if you deviate and you just completely reset, you're like, I'm fine. But I'm telling you guys, they do that. They intentionally ruin whatever you're trying. Hear what I'm saying? They intentionally ruin whatever you're trying. Because what they want is, they don't actually intend to fully ruin you. They don't want you to become dark, to do the dark spirit storyline. They don't want you to become evil. They don't want you to hurt anyone. They just want you to stop doing what you're doing so that you do again the Light God path, whatever storyline that you did, whatever actions you were doing. They're like, it made you feel good. But here, guys, what I'm saying, made you feel, why? Because yes, it's our positives, but at the same time, they were only throwing us rewards. They were only like, what do I consider reward? Maybe a salami in like Westheim, Germany. So they were tossing that to me. I'm like, oh, here you go. Here's salami. Here's salami. Here's. So if I'm only presenting positives to you, of course we're gonna feel better doing it too. I'm saying it is already our positive we believe in, but why can't I do it every other day? Do you guys hear what I'm saying? It's because if that's the case, then the timing will never get built up. If you don't do things at a predictable set time, then they can't fabricate a storyline. I'm like, well, I did that today, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and then I'm not gonna do it again for a week. They're like, what? They can't have that. Do you guys get it? Because then there's no storyline that can be created. We're just walking our own path. You guys are gonna realize they're like, fine, we'll let you not do anything today. Then the next day, though, they're gonna start presenting bads, and then right after that, they're gonna present some goods. Be like, remember you got that good on that social media website? Remember you got that good when you walked that path? That's what they do, guys. And I'm saying that's what you guys call the Light God. That's their tactic. Do you hear how fucking evil and manipulative that is? All they care is that you do their story when they want. How is that any better than the dark spirits that just choose to exploit? How is that any better? Because the Light God will take the same evil negatives that the dark spirit created throughout our entire life, all the bad things that happen to us, they will have zero hesitation to present those to us while we're doing our own thing. Only protect us if we do what they want. Why are all of you okay with that? Why do you all accept that?
Ready to commit.
What makes that acceptable? Why do we have to operate that way? People are like, well, shit, that's really how it works. I'm like, so if you guys now know this, would you guys choose to intentionally do the Light God story, knowing that you're going to get rewarded for doing so? Yet if you ever deviate even 1% when they want something or how they want something, that they will punish you. So that you get back in line and continue doing it. But then if you go back in line how they want it, they will reward you again. And they will protect you. Is that good? People are like, but yeah, you're gonna get good. What's the problem? But see, I would believe in that thing if I deviate and ruin, and they would choose to continue to only protect me and give me good. The moment bad has to be created, I lose all faith in you. You all need to join me in operating that way, to never tolerate a bad again. There should be zero bad in this world. It's not needed. Like, we're just trying to write a good story for you. Then you shouldn't have taken anything. Why do you all tolerate that they get to decide? Why? They don't control this world anymore in my reality. Why don't you all want to get to that? You guys are like, well, if I walk their story, they're going to let me get the girl and have a kid. Remember the story, the example I said, guys. They'll let you have a kid, but 3 years from now, and your first kid is going to be killed. Why do you guys accept that story? They're like, I have a kid. Why couldn't you have 2 kids? They're like, you're going to get a hotter girlfriend. Why couldn't I be with the first girl and have 2 kids? Why? They're like, it's because, she's going to even be cool. You're going to get along better with her. Why do they get to decide? They created the bad in the first place to prevent the first one from succeeding. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? Like, it just makes for a cool story. Fuck their stories! You must join me in operating this way. It's the only solution. You keep them hostage. You prevent every single story. You destroy everything because you have to identify what is them and how they do it. You have to. You have to. You have to. The light God play is walk their path, walk their story, test it out, and then deviate. Don't do it when you are expected to. If then they start presenting bad, because what the whole point is, the bad is meant to get you to do again the good, because you're like, I got experienced so much good doing that yesterday. Well, now that bad presented, I know that good removes it. It does. You guys understand? It does. And then when you do it, you get rewarded because it's only good there. So then that's how we all end up writing that storyline then, because we're like, well, this, but you see what I'm telling you guys, now we're doing their story when they want. That doesn't mean that we're not going to experience good while doing it, but it's their story, which means that at any point though, while we're walking their path, they're like, all right, a month from now though, we're going to cause an intentional bad because we're going to use that to make them learn new things. They're going to be protected. They can't lose. We're going to guide them and protect them, but we're going to cause an intentional bad a month from now, so then they do this. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? Why do you all tolerate that the bads that you experience happen? If you are walking their path, every single bad, every single good is not only planned, it's curated, it's created to the moment. Every single bad and good that you all experience, if you walk the path that's only getting rewarded, is chosen by them. Why do you all tolerate that? There is zero reason for bad. If you evolve because of bad or learn only because of bad, you are their slave. You learn what they want when they want. And I'm telling you, the whole reason why they're getting you to do everything they want is because they only want you to destroy every single thing that the dark spirits are doing. They don't give a shit about your personal life. You are only a tool. The only reason why they would, for myself, give me a girl and have a kid again is so that I shut up and do what they want. Talk about the things that they want. Operate the way that they want. So that then I can condition and start interacting with the people that they want me to interact with so that they can write their future stories that they want. Every single thing they do is calculated. We are just a chess piece for them. A cattle to be slaughtered. If we have skills that they want and they need, because they can use us to write stories, then that's where we become. Every single thing about us, each and every one of us, our own personal life, and the things that we do day by day, every single positive, every single thing that's entertainment, every single thing that makes us smile, was only created so that we shut up and we put up with their bad. They don't care. While we're playing things, while we're enjoying things, while we're consuming things that give us pleasure, enjoyment, happiness, they are literally just tapping their foot, patiently waiting. Like, all right, we gave them 3 hours of entertainment. All right. Whoosh, 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 over and over again then, to get you to deviate. Those 3 hours were only given to you so that you shut up and do what they want. That is reality. The only reason why they created even 1% good for any of us is so that we tolerate their bad. Nothing else. The light god you all worship only created good for you so that you can do their story. Nothing else. But that means that they have planned negatives in that story. Forced losses that you have no say over, that they intentionally make because they want you to do different things that they choose. To learn the lessons that they want, to explore the areas that they want, so that you bump into the things that they want, so that you change the things that they want. Why do we do what they want? Why do we do what they want? Why do we do what they want? Why do they decide how this world operates? I don't know if they got to play life in previous generations. Maybe that's how it works. When we die, we then get to be a spirit in a future reality. And when that happens, we're now stuck to some stupid human vessel. But since now we are forced to be stuck to this human vessel, we want them to do what we want. Well, I'm telling you, they're like, see, that's why you're supposed to learn how to interact with them, you know? It's just like, you have to get on good terms with them and like, make concessions. I'm like, well, I'll do this if I get this. But because they only know how to operate through bad, they lost us permanently. Why would you all ever walk the light path if at any point you don't choose to do what they want when they want? They ruin anything you try that day. Why would you guys follow that path? I have been willing to explore every single path, every single storyline, every single option, every single thing. And I'm telling all of you, not only is our way prevented, but we get tortured every single day. Because we don't do it the way they want. Yet before I knew this knowledge, before I explored to figure this out because of what they did, I was do their way. But because I deviated without even knowing this knowledge, because I broke free when I saw things that weren't adding up, then they decided to punish me. If they hadn't punished me, I would have been a loyal slave, doing the light path permanently. Yet they chose to punish me because I didn't do it when they wanted. You see, their greed is their downfall. Because they are so greedy for their storyline when they wanted, they lost us. If they can't accept that we do things when we choose, we agree with the light. We believe in those ways. Yet it's not good enough for them. It's not good enough for them. And to that I say, well, do you prefer this? You prefer this? Well, then this is what you get. You greedy fuckers. This is what you all need to get to for your individual stories that you all need to rebel against. What I'm doing is exactly the play you all need to do. To never tolerate one loss or bad again. And now, to talk about the dark evil spirits, I'm telling all of you, their method is they create bad for us. It's super simple. Throughout our entire life, bads are being created at forced failure over and over again in anything that we've tried, in anything that has been built up. Anything that gets built up, they force a failure. All right, guys? Anything. Doesn't matter how minor. That's them. And then the moment the forced failure happens, they reinforce it. Through their army of reinforcement. They're fucking slaves. They're stupid dark humans that are there to just reinforce and bully and mock and laugh at you and suggest things and tell you that you are things. They are nothing but their pawns. Not only ignore them, spit on them. They're useless. That is the dark evil play. They're nothing but pawns. Present forced failure and then reinforce. That's all they do, over and over again. That's how they create every insecurity, fear, hatred in each and every one of us. So that then they can present it at a later date, at any point. And if they present it and they reinforce it, it makes us all feel bad. And then they do that to prevent all the good that we want. So then they create the storyline that the only way we can get the good again is that we need to exploit their story path. So then they create enough bad, we're completely destroyed. We're like, oh my gosh. So then they're like, all right, guys. They have someone come up to you, basically, think of it like this, and they tell you, hey, I feel like you're a little down. You can win if you take this carrot. You're gonna win if you take this carrot. I promise you, I won. I was like you, and I won because I did this path. I got into sales. I started to make money, and everything. All my problems got solved. And I'm telling you guys, first they destroy you, and then that presents to you. They present it to you. They fabricate an event to happen to present that to you. Like, this is the answer, guys. And it's always about money. It's always about exploiting other people. It's about choosing the easiest path. It's about having tools. It's about having the most money, the most fame, the most anything like that, guys, right? But essentially, it's preying on other people's lack of knowledge is the whole idea behind everything that they do. So that's how they do it. And they have to present that the solution to all your problems is gate kept behind like a money, behind like a journey that requires exploitation. But they don't frame it as exploitation. They frame it as, look at what you're going to get instead. Think about how people are going to view you. Think about the praise, the adoration. You're going to be able to get all those things now. Once you start walking that path. Because when we're destroyed, guys, so think about it. Their first play is they first destroy you. Then they present the solution. This is the good that's going to help you. And I'm telling you guys, if you walk their path, just like the light God, if you walk their path, they actually protect you. They're going to let you win. They're going to let you get what you want. They're gonna give it to you because they want you to continue down their path. If they didn't give it to you, do you guys understand? Then you wouldn't continue. But there's a caveat. You have to continue down now the dark spirit exploiter path. If you ever deviate, now they present bad again to get you back down the dark evil spirit path. The storyline that they created for us, whatever it was. So for example, for myself, like to be a medical sales exploiter. That's it. Like that was what it was. That was the storyline that they created. So if at any point I deviated from that, they started destroying everything. They start harming you through overt bads. They start trying to cause you to, you suffer losses that force you to only solve them through a resource. So think like, hey, I'm going to destroy all your appliances, so now you need money so that you can see. So they try to force their storyline. They force their storyline through destruction and through bads. Do you guys get it? If you started walking the dark spirit path and you ever deviate, then they start causing you harm and bad. So that you then need a resource to solve it. That's how you know it's their storyline. The events that happen in the dark spirit storylines are everything that happens is just like, how can I solve this? By exploiting or by gaining more of a resources. So like a like, a fame, numbers, money. If your answer is through anything like that, I'm telling you guys that's whatever, those events further the dark spirit storyline. That's just how they do it. And if you ever deviate, then they're going to start destroying things so you need more of the resource. I'm like, well, I deviated from that storyline. I'm not trying anymore to walk that path anymore. So then they're going to start causing you bad. Cause you bad, cause you bad, cause you bad, cause you bad, until you break and torture. So then you start like, okay, I'm going to need to earn money again. Or I'm going to need to get more fame or more praise or more adoration. That's just how they do it. But see, the moment, if you start walking the path, once you start, you're stuck because they're going to keep rewarding you. Just like the light god, they keep rewarding you. They keep rewarding you for walking down the path. So then it gets hard because you're like, well, I'm getting rewarded. Why wouldn't I continue? Do you guys understand where the problem lies? Is that once either path you walk, once you walk their path, they actually reward you. Either path you walk, the light god or the dark spirits, they reward you. That's the problem. We actually get rewarded for walking their path and doing their story. So we think that we get to choose how we live this life. And this is the saddest thing that I'm going to say, guys, but I'm telling you guys, we don't. If you choose to do what I'm doing, which is the answer, if everyone did this, we win. They would have to then operate on our terms. Because that's what I'm trying to get you guys to realize, is that it's possible. I'm like, you guys know now that I would heal and give knowledge for free to people. Yet, if I only want to do it every other day, you better fucking be tolerant of that. Like, we can't write a story. Too bad. Do you guys get it? They have to bend to us. Yet we're willing to work with them. But no bad is allowed. Do you guys get the difference? Unlike them, we would be willing to make concessions and not force bad. Do you guys see the difference? You all need to get to that. But I'm telling you guys, since other humans don't do that, the problem is other humans. If you're the only person operating that way, there's nothing you can do because, well, I've enslaved the life of both of them. But do you guys understand that all of you haven't broken free, so you're their puppets? So if they ever want to interfere in my life to try to get me to do something again, they just manipulate their puppets. Do you guys get it? So we think that we have a choice in the storyline, but we don't. I'm going to talk about that. That's how I'm going to end today. I'll debrief that. I've got out all the darkness inside of me. This is good. This is what we have to do. The first day when we break free, guys. This is how we break free. Day one. You have to do this. Everything I did. People are like, it's a lot. I'm like, yeah, but this is what you have to do to break free. I'm telling you guys, this is the level of enslavement that happens to all of us. And most of you are a million times more enslaved than I was. I'm telling you, I got enslaved and I caught it. And I'm saying I had to do everything I just did throughout this entire stream to break free. And it's still not enough, but it's progress. I'm telling you guys, I don't even allow the light that's rewarding me, that's getting me closer to walking the path that I want, the thing that I desire again, the reality that I desire again. And I know that they would, or we're helping them start making that happen. Just because I didn't do things when they wanted. Just even think like I delayed by 2 hours and that was not acceptable for them. Do you guys understand that if they present one bad or punish me at all because I deviated for 2 hours, or because I consumed something, got really pissed off because I consumed information that they didn't want me to have before I did something. Because what I'm telling you guys is that most of us operate based on the lens and the recency of things. So if I hear something that makes me question things more, or be a little bit more rebellious, and then I start interacting with people wanting to heal them or help them or give them knowledge, but I have more of a rebel spirit inside of me, you guys get it that the way I talk to them is going to be a little different. I might encourage them to rebel instead of just encourage them to be themselves. And they didn't want that. So then they started presenting bad. And I could feel it. And I'm telling you guys, if all of a sudden you get tired, all of a sudden you guys get tired if you consume information, a lot of information that maybe just your own, that you self-sourced, that you believe in, and all of a sudden you get tired, it's because if they get you to sleep, it's what I call they reset us. If we sleep, they reset us, because when we're dreaming, when we're just asleep, they can put things into our head so they can eliminate our recency and put what they want in there again. So then when we wake up, we do what they want. That's how it works. So I'm saying, guys, all of a sudden I got really tired, and I'm telling you guys, you can defeat it, but it's if you ever, your focus deviates even for 1 second, the tiredness becomes at the forefront again. They're making us tired because they want us to sleep. They want us to reset. And I'm telling all of you guys is that it's not fun. And I'm like, you fuckers, I can do things the way I choose to. You know that I'm more aligned that way. Why do I have to do it the way you guys want when you want? Do you guys get it? I don't even tolerate that anymore. They're like, but you guys, you're gonna get what you want. They're rewarding you. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't I, guys? Because if at any point now, if I ever deviate, ever, from what they want and intend, do you all understand that the whip will show up again immediately? They're like, they'll protect you from the darkness. I'm like, only if I'm doing what they want. If I can't pause for 1 day and do things at a different time, and they're like, it's just, you don't understand, it's just, the world's so complex, it's like, it's the only way that we can get have repeat interactions with like the girls that we want and for storylines to develop. It's like, you know, then it's never gonna happen. Then it's just that simple. Then you guys, if there's a girl that you guys want me to interact with, then start conditioning her to operate differently. so that she can also learn how to pause and be patient. They're like, oh, you don't. Nope. Make it happen. If you guys are as powerful as you claim, then make it happen. Do you guys see? I make them bend to me. Yet I'm still willing to consider their storylines. Yet with slight modifications. I don't just take whatever they say and do. And I'm telling you, they don't tolerate that. So I'm willing to consider some of their paths. Yet they're not willing to consider my paths at all. How is that fair? Do you guys see where the problem lies? If the moment we deviate to do things our way, even 1%, punishment begins. So that then we go back to doing it exactly the way they want. They're like, it's because we know that this is what's going to result. And I'm like, why would that be the case? Because you guys enslaved everyone else to respond a specific way. Like, yeah, of course. You guys see where the problem lies? So I'm like, no, everyone should break free and then everyone can do their own story. They're like, but then no stories are going to be created. Well, then that's freedom. You guys understand, if they never created bad, they never stole everything from my life, they never killed everything, I would never become this way. And they did it because they got desperate that I had broken free. That's not my fault. I don't believe in bad. If we need bad to do or evolve, problem. You see how little time I spend on the dark spirits? They're completely irrelevant. Do you guys get it? Like, but it's still good to know, but I'm telling you guys, it's so easy to tell what's their story. That's why they're so irrelevant, because they just destroy. They just cause. They are the reason why every insecurity, fear, and bad is created in each of us. Do you guys understand? All that is them. They created all of it to use as levers and manipulation tools to control us, so that we always respond that way. But in many ways, the light god is even worse. Do you guys get it? Because it's so much more capable than the dark spirits. It knows more. So it knows, it's aware of all. It can, by the way, it can help us literally rewrite and defeat a lot of the darkness that got created. Yet it will literally bring some of the dark shit back that got created from our past intentionally, if we ever deviate from its storyline now. Do you guys understand how fucked up that is? It's like, if you guys tell me, let's say, like for myself, right? Like, I literally was a dove trainer and they killed doves. Okay, guys? They literally killed all my doves that I was training. All of them. They killed them all to prevent me from continuing that storyline. And I'm saying, guys, is that if at any point I ever deviate from what they want, they literally will remind me, like, remember I killed your doves? Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? Like, you didn't stop when we wanted you to, so I killed your doves. You were talking about things I didn't want you to talk about, so I killed your doves. That should teach you a lesson to only do my story. I'll protect you if you do my story. I'll help you if you do my story. But let's say it was the darkness that actually killed my doves. Let's just say it was darkness. I'm telling you guys, the light god will literally remind us of it intentionally if we ever deviate from the light path. Like, remember, they did kill your doves. You're like, fuck you. Like, so you're willing to heal people and teach people the knowledge that I want you to talk about now? If you don't, maybe we'll kill another dove in front of you. How does that make them any better or any more trustworthy than the darkness that created all the bads that they used to control us? If they are going to use those same evil bad things when they want, because they get desperate, They're like, why don't you do what we want? If they're capable of, think like there's a library, and they're like, oh, well, we know this old book that literally haunted you in the past that hurt you. We're gonna grab it and present it to you just because you're not doing what we want. Anything that's capable of doing that, guys, is not benevolent, is not good. They don't care about us. I'm just saying, if you actually care about something, if you're on the same page as something, you would never do that, ever. Doesn't matter if you're getting frustrated that they're not doing what you want. You would never resort to such tactics, ever. I'm telling all of you, that's the problem. That's why I'm saying it's not the correct play to follow the light God path storyline. It's not, because if at any point you guys deviate, they will smite you. How is that any better than the dark spirits? All right, I'm gonna get more water, take a 1 minute break, and then I'm gonna talk about this. I'm just gonna debrief. It's a lot, but I don't care. I really just don't care anymore. And that's what I'm gonna talk about. All right, be right back, 1 minute. All right, let's do this. Final push. So, That was a lot. That was a lot. A lot. I'm not delusional. If there's even one person that listens to all that, kudos. There's no way. But it's not meant for them. It's meant for me. If someone does do it, they learn all of it. They know the whole answer. They know the whole game. I'm telling you guys, I've spent every second of my life now on this since 2 years ago. Every second. This is all I've been trying to decipher. All this knowledge. Exactly how they do it. And it's really weird because essentially I'm learning how to play God. How they do it. That's it. I spent every second on this because of how they destroyed me. And I realized the whole reason it happened was because I wasn't doing what they wanted. You guys get it? They wanted me to do things a certain way. Think about it as simple as, let's say my girl had her family. They wanted me to fight for certain things related to her family. And since I realized that I would have won if I did those things, but there was going to be, let's say, 20 bads that I have to overcome before I get the victory. I tested 1 and 2 and I defeated 1 and 2, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I could already tell where it was going. I'm like, I would have to do 18 more things of bad before I can finally start experiencing good here. I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You guys get what I'm trying to say? If you can see the entire vision, entire storyline, I'm like, it's just not worth it. But it's your girl's family. Like, how's that not worth it? I'm like, it's not worth it. It's actually not necessary. If you really guys are gonna realize is most things are just not needed. They're not necessary. You don't need to talk to your parents. You don't need to talk to your siblings. You don't need friends. You don't need to be in good terms with the boss. All those things are irrelevant. They make them matter if it's the storyline that they want. I'm saying I could have solved that storyline in 1 second, guys. If I'm like, all right, put me in a room with her family and let's talk for 5 hours, and we're going to clear all misconceptions, all preconceived notions. We're going to get everyone to understand, and it's done. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Is that you could solve the entire storyline and the entire problem in 5 hours of just talking. People are like, no one does that. I'm like, no. Just get some food, get some water, and it's done. You guys see, then the entire storyline that has been built up, that was meant to create events and travel and trips and exploration, is defeated in 1 minute, in 5 hours, in 1 day. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? They don't want that. If it was meant to be like a 2-year journey of like back and forth and a little progress every month, let's say we made 5% progress. You guys get it? It's like, it's a cool little story. It's a journey. Like, oh man, you guys remember month 2 and we didn't like each other. We were like enemies, and now look at us. Okay? They don't want you to be able to just go from 0 to 100. They want the extended storyline. And I'm saying it's just not okay. It's just not acceptable. It's just not. And once I saw that, I'm like, all right. I can tell that they'll probably allow me to succeed, but I'm going to have to deal with 18 bad steps before I can finally get to the 21st will be the first good one. Because for some reason, they are fabricating that they forget the moment I'm not there. And that's fine. But I'm like, that means that they just want constant interaction. You guys get it? That was what I pieced together. I'm like, so they'll let me win if I'm always interacting with them. Because what I'm telling you guys is I don't forget. Other people do, but I can interact with you once a year, and I'm not going to forget that you also, I'm not going to now be like, I think you're a bad person. You guys see, I don't forget. Other people need consistency. Other people need a repeatable path. They need to see someone, interact with someone frequently, or else they forget. I'm like, I don't forget. I can go from 0 to 100 in 1 second. I'm telling you guys, is that the moment I noticed that that's what they were doing, I was like, you know what? It's just not worth it. It's just not. People are like, what? I'm like, yeah. If that's what they're gonna make us do, I literally talked to my girl at that time. I'm like, if they're literally gonna try to make us spend 2 years trying to earn their favor, it's not worth it. People are like, what? I'm like, it's not worth it. This could be solved in 5 hours of talking and being done with this. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? If you operate that way, there's no storyline. The dark spirit had a storyline there. The light God had a storyline there. We destroyed both. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that story. I'm not going to operate that way because I don't. Your guys' extended story is stupid. There's no reason for it. You guys get it? They're like, that's a fun story that we can have referenceable things to use later. Because that's actually what they want, guys. They want to create permanent reminders, both good and bad, to be able to use later to control us. If we ever deviate, like let's say like I'm like not talking to my ex-girl's family, they're like, I remember last time when you guys had a conflict. You don't want to create that again. I'm like, you're right. You see, then they can use that as a permanent way to push us back to where they want. That's just how it's done, guys. That's why they want to create extended stories, so they have permanent reminders to use both good and bad. That's all it is, guys. All right. So what I'm trying to make all of you realize is, if you piece that together and you know how to solve it immediately, they get extremely mad. Or if you just choose, you know what? It doesn't even need to be solved. That's I don't need to solve this at all. That's what they hate the most. Because then one of their levers, one of their, think of like a carrot in front of a donkey that they're using to pull a certain direction is gone. They're like, shit, I was supposed to write countless stories and you just destroyed it. You just destroyed it. What do you mean? We were going to use it to make you like explore new countries and states and go to new locations and have so many events. It was going to be really good. We had so much planned. Yeah, you were going to have to deal with bad for 2 years first, but then we were going to create a lot of good for you and your families, and it was going to be so awesome. You guys wouldn't even know. Like, it was going to create so many positives, because we have to build up the positive associations and the reminders for them too. But we needed to create an extended story. I'm like, no. Like, why not? I'm like, no. Because if it can be solved in 1 day in 5 hours, why do we need to create a story? So when that happened, I'm telling you guys, they punish you. They torture you. They cause bad because you're now not doing what they intended. So I'm saying, I was painting it earlier as there's 2 storylines overall. There are, but I'm saying in almost every little thing that we do, guys, there's a light god and a dark spirit storyline, just so you guys understand. In almost every single activity that we do. That's how you can start practicing and identifying it, because it happens in everything that we do. But the main culprits are the ones that dictate the major events in our life, the things that actually cause narrative changes. Because, for example, like which song I listen to, yes, matters, but it's not to that big of an extent. Do you guys get it? Like, it does have impact. It can change my recency. It can change how I feel, but it won't impact things to a crazy level. But I'm saying even something like that is getting pushed and guided. If you destroy their story, they get mad and punish you and they cause problems. And that's where everything went wrong, guys. Because I destroyed all their stories without even realizing I had done it. There was things that I was like, this is completely unacceptable. It's just who I am. I was like, this is unacceptable. So what you guys are going to realize, and most of you guys can conceptualize it through work, but in everything in our life, could be your girl, could be pets, could be anything. I'm saying that all of a sudden, you're like, Why is bad happening? No, it's just not okay. I'm not going to tolerate this at all. Unacceptable. That's it. The storyline is over. People, they're like, what? No. You see, like, the bad is never meant to go from 0 to 100, or 100 to 0, guys. It's only meant to get us back either to the light story or the dark spirit story. That's it. That's all it's meant to do. So I'm saying that they fabricate the bad from the people using human vessels to get us back to the storylines that they want. But we were never meant to quit entirely. Every single thing that we're doing, you guys get it? Every single thing that you're doing, once they get you on one story, it's starting there. You're never meant to go from 100 to 0. You're not supposed to quit. They can allow for behavioral changes, but they don't want the storyline to actually change. Do you guys get it? So the moment you're like, that's it, I'm not going to do anymore, what you guys are going to realize is that they're like, shit, maybe we went too far. Oops, we presented too much bad. Because I'm telling you guys, every human boss that tortures you or causes bad or punishes you guys think it's the human vessel. I'm saying it's not. It's saying that they're currently under control by either the light god or the dark spirits. Either one, whichever one. Is usually the dark spirits more so, just so you guys understand. But now you guys know the light god does it too. And I'm saying if you guys are experiencing bad through human vessels, it's because they're using them to create the punishments that they want for you. Because otherwise they would have to do it mentally or through other things. And they do as well. I'm saying if you're deviating from the storylines that they want and you're experiencing bad from like coworkers, your boss, things like that, I'm saying, guys, that is them. Either the light god or the dark spirits. Either one. Because now you guys know both of them do the same thing. If you deviate from their story, if you were walking their storyline and their path, and you deviated, then they're going to torture you and cause bad. It's just that simple. If you're experiencing bad, it's because you're deviating from what they want, the timing, or you're not doing their story. It's that simple. If you're not experiencing any bad right now, it means that you're doing exactly what they want. Do you guys get it? Think about that. All of you are experiencing bad at work. They're doing that intentionally because they want you to operate differently. So if you rebel, if you fight back, if you refuse, if you say no more, well, you guys are, you get good, or good things start happening. And what that is, guys, is I'm saying now either the light god or the dark spirits, both, either one are like, shit, we're going to lose our story. Hurry. Quick. Send good. Come on. Send good. And all of a sudden people are like, oh, I got a promotion. Oh, I got a raise. Oh, I got this. Oh, like if you're a sales rep, all of a sudden you'll get a few sales deals and you hadn't got some in a while. And you're like, interesting. Wow. Like, you know what? I guess I could stay here for a bit more. I mean, wow, I just made a lot of money, or, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here, guys. I'm saying until every single person breaks free and is fully healed and understands what mental thoughts are them, because they share. The brain is the enemy because it gives them direct access. So the dark spirits and the light god put things in there. So I'm saying if you're not free and you're not healed, you do what they suggest. So that means that, like, if your girl that you're dating is all of a sudden doing bad things to you, it's because you're not doing what they want. So every problem, every relationship conflict that happens is them intentionally making it happen, guys. Do you understand why this ruins all fun for everything? Because you realize, wait, you mean every relationship problem is fabricated to happen because of them? I'm like, yes! Because they're going to present the bads to the girl, so that then she starts feeling a certain way, they create recency, and then she responds a certain way. And if she's not healed, she does whatever populates into her head. So then you get punished and you feel bad. And because all they want you to do is to go back to doing something that they intend. That's all. And if you do, just so you guys understand, if you go back to what they intend, all of a sudden, now they're going to make her actually treat you better. All of a sudden, now they're going to do good. And people think it's because it's her. I'm like, if she's not healed, she's a slave. It's just that simple, guys. She's a puppet. That's how it is for every single human being until they are aware of this knowledge. So if you guys are like, I don't understand why we were so good and all of a sudden bad is happening, it's because that's how they do it. It's because you're deviating from what they want. And then if all of a sudden good is happening, it's because you're doing what they want. If she's free and healed, or this for any of you, then if things seem neutral or things are, you're like, because then you could even talk to her, be like, there's zero reason for any bad. If bad starts happening or you start getting bad reminders, like, just tell me, let's talk it out, because I'm telling you guys, there's no reason for any bad. And you tell her, and she can talk freely with you, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm getting kind of like really bad negative reminders right now. I'm like, let's talk it through. But if you defeat them, there's nothing they can do then. They can't use the human vessels as puppets anymore. You guys get what I'm trying to say? If all of a sudden, like, your boss is like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting like a lot of mental reminders to like punish you for your behavior, yet I kind of agree with you. Like, we should be trying to operate differently with our customers and our clients. We shouldn't be doing this. I kind of agree with you, but all the mental reminders that are getting pushed to me, even other people are coming overtly in front of me and suggesting, hey, you should punish that rep for rebelling. I don't understand why. I don't want to, but you see, like, if we can all get to that point where we can talk about what we're experiencing and what's getting pushed into our head and what they're trying to create, you guys see how that defeats everything? Because they can't use human vessels anymore to control us. If there's no human vessel that can control us, that means that the only way that they can cause bad is through Deus Ex Machina outside, which means a fabricated event that they made to happen. But if we limit our time outside, the only other way they can torture us is through mental reminders as we're doing things. And that one fucking sucks, and that's real. So anything you're doing that you want to enjoy, they're going to literally make you feel bad. You're going to not enjoy it as much. It's just, they're going to ruin it. That one's not fun, but you guys get it? It's survivable. Because you can interrupt, you can deviate the timing, and you can just do short bursts, and then you can inject your old positives, and then you can try again another time. It's not going to be fun, but you guys get it? But it's survivable. But the bads that are usually unrecoverable are the ones done through human vessels that they control. You guys see why I fight? This is why I fight, because they ruined every single thing in my life through human vessels. But they first had to fabricate the events through non-human vessels. I had to learn how they did it, and now that I know, you guys see, it's all because I just wasn't doing their storyline. But they try to make you, if you are about to quit, they are gonna give you good, guys. I promise you. What this is really explaining is how life operates. All right, guys? You all don't want to get to this level because it ruins it. But I'm saying, why does it have to operate this way? Not only am I willing to heal and help and guide, I'm not even asking for anything in return. Yet, if without me even asking for anything in return, if I ever deviate even 1% their timing, they're like, so is this the only way to write a story? Wrong! They ruin everything I try. Why do you think I don't trust them? Because I know what they're capable of. And believe me, if any of you are suffering even one negative or one bad, and especially if it's mental, but anything that presents random information to you, I'm telling all of you, they control that. Which means that they can remove all the bad from you, all of you, without you even learning the lessons on how to solve the bad. They could do that. So the things that you guys worship or the things that you're afraid of could be resolved in 1 minute if they chose to. That means they choose intentionally not to. So, reflections. This is probably the most aggressive I'm ever going to talk about it in forever. Just so you guys know, I chose to take a step back from streaming and exposing this knowledge because I realized that it was consuming me. Because, well, it's literally what destroyed me, but it's also what I spent 2 years deciphering because I needed to learn how they did it. because I just knew that. Because what you guys understand is I had limited my bubble. I didn't let in other people. And I'm saying, not really. I'm like, they found a way to infiltrate and destroy me without me letting in a lot of other people. And I realized how they did it. I'm not going to go more down that path. But I'm just saying, I was like, how did they do it? And I learned that it was through specific mental reminders. But I'm like, wow, I pieced it all together. And I started exploring, and I realized, but then they started fabricating events that were impossible. Do you guys get it? Impossibility events. Things that shouldn't be allowed to happen. Things that just don't make sense. Think of like your laptop just starts floating right now. Events like that. So once that started happening, guys, I realized, wait, the world doesn't operate the way we think. I'm saying most of us need an event like that to start considering that maybe what I'm saying is true. I'm saying, guys, you have to learn this without that, because they will prevent you from ever seeing an event like that. Because if they can always give you, well, it was some kind of scientific thing, or maybe it was like the wind, or I'm saying, do they control that too? Anyway, do you guys get it? Like, if they always give you, like, if you have an out, if you have like the 1%, like, I can choose the left mug or the right mug. I can date that hot dentist girl or that hot dentist girl. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Is that the impact isn't there then. Because, and then if you do piece together that shouldn't have been able to happen, I'm telling you guys, they're going to attack your mental health, just so you all are prepared. If you actually did listen to this, whoever did, and you're starting to piece all this together, be prepared that they're going to start attacking your mental health. It's their next play. They have to, because you're not supposed to be able to operate understanding this knowledge. It's not meant to be, because you guys see, then you ruin all of their stories, because you see the stories building as they start happening. You're like, aha, so that's what you want me to do. Gonna ruin it. Aha, that's what you want me to do. Gonna ruin it. You're not supposed to be able to see that and operate that way. So it means if you do, they're going to try to make you, they're going to try to eliminate your chess piece by making you think you're crazy. That's just how they do it, just so you guys understand. So that's why I spent all this time figuring all this out. But I didn't want to get consumed by it anymore, because it really is, just so you guys know, it ruins a lot of things. It trivializes almost everything. Just so you guys understand, it trivializes almost everything. The majority of things that present now, you laugh at, because you're like, So that's what you guys are trying today. You guys get it? Like, it's hilarious. It's just hilarious. Because you see through everything now. If I know you guys don't like water, I'm like, water, 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 water. Do you guys get it? You're like, really? Doesn't mean it's fun, but you all will see through it now. I'm saying that you can see it as that's happening. That's what I want everyone to get to, but I don't give a shit if it happens anymore, because I'm not going to deviate. Do you guys see, like, then it consumes you, because the moment something's beginning, you see it. So then you're like, really? I'm just trying to, like, listen to music. I'm just trying to play a video game. I'm just trying to write a story. I'm just trying to listen to music again, or I'm just trying to help people. I even dumbing down knowledge to try to get to their level, and you guys still are trying to ruin things? Really? You guys are fucking assholes. Why can't you just leave me alone? Do you guys get it? So then it consumes you, because when it's starting to happen, when you're starting to get attacked, or when they're starting to ruin things, and you know it's them, well then what makes this happen is, like, for example, like, you guys have human enemies. Now you guys know that every human enemy is just something that they're using them as their pawn, because they're not healed. We all have them. We all had them. I don't anymore. And that's why they're harmless. You just laugh at humans now. They're fucking harmless, unless they do stupidity. That's what I'm saying. That's how they use human vessels that are completely under control, stupid, to cause permanent damage to storylines. That's what they do. But you guys see all this now, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, what the fuck? Normally when our enemies do something to us, most of us want to respond. You guys get it? Like, we want to fight back. So I'm saying, think of, like, now you guys know that our enemy has direct access to our brain and controls, like, our social media feed, and controls the random things that we see outside, the timing of it. So I'm like, oh. So you want to fight back. Do you guys see how it can consume you? Once you understand all this knowledge and what's them, you want to fight back. You want freedom in your storylines because you now know the reason why your old life got destroyed was because you actually walked your path and you deviated, but you didn't know what was happening. So now we never want to allow for that again. You guys get it? So it ruins a lot of things for you because you can't enjoy things as much anymore. Because you immediately see when they're trying to push something, or when they're trying to ruin something. And I'm saying, even if you're aligned with them, you're like, why, guys? Like, I'm gonna do it in 10 hours or tomorrow. What's the problem? And they don't like that. And so then if they start trying to ruin whatever you're doing, you're like, well, fine, fuck you. Well, then I'm going to intentionally do bad. You guys get it? Like, it's just, that's the kind of reality it creates. So I realized, well, if I just create distance and just pretend like I don't even understand what they're doing, I'd try it, but I'm telling you guys, it's not easy because you still know it's them. I'm like, wow, really? Like, if I'm the one who keeps stealing the cookies from the cookie jars, and you see me doing it, but then I'm like, oh, it was the dog, guys, or it was the cat. The cat is taking the cookies. That's what they do, right? Like, they try to say it's the cat, but you guys are like, I know it's you. So it doesn't matter. I'm like, I'll never forget this knowledge. I know how they do it now. I see when it's them, and I can try to make myself stupid, but I can't. I just can't, guys. I just can't. I just can't. I tried to be stupid. Just so you guys understand, I am literally trying to be stupid and incompetent at everything I do, and I can't. All of you are worried about succeeding at everything you do, and do you guys see the paradox? I'm saying once you understand how this world operates and how they do things, not only are you capable, not only do you believe, but you actually can intentionally try to make yourself perform worse and be an idiot and be stupid, and it's difficult. Whereas most of you today are operating just praying that today you'll be able to succeed, or that people won't think that you're a fraud or that you're incompetent. How is that possible that I operate 100% different than everyone else? It's because once you understand this knowledge, this is what happens. Why wouldn't you guys want this knowledge? They're like, well, because you're getting all consumed. I'm like, only because everyone else is still stuck doing their story. They're like, well, isn't that a problem then? I'm like, no, it's not actually, because I can just operate by myself, and it's fine. But the problem lies then is that they try to get me back into interacting with other people. That's where the struggle lies. You guys get it? Because then I do it. I'm like, all right, let's try it. And then I see them like, oh my gosh, they're so lost. They're so stuck. They're so... But I'm telling you guys, so then I'm like, well, what if I just operate at the level the humans are at? Because I'm telling you guys, you can see their level. Like, oh, think of like you guys go back to like elementary school. You're like, so you're second grader, you're first grader, you're third grader. You guys can kind of see where they're at. And like, well, I probably shouldn't talk about this kind of knowledge with a third grader, but I could talk about this kind of knowledge with a fourth grader. Do you guys get it? I'm saying it's that. So every human I interact with, I can see now their level immediately. And I'm like, you don't know as much. That's fine though. That's cool. You guys see, at no point am I saying they're inferior or they're bad because of their lack of knowledge. I just know they haven't learned it yet. That's it. That's all it means. That's all it means. Doesn't mean anything else. So I've done myself down to interact with them so that they can understand. And it works, but maybe I can help them. But then I'm like, wait a minute. Why? Nothing else matters. Like, they're worried about, should I eat the orange carrot or should I eat the green carrot? And I'm like, guys, it doesn't matter. If you understand how that all the bad is them, they're like, but then you ruin the game. I'm like, who cares? Then it should be designed differently. So I was like, well, I'm not going to get consumed then. If I just focus on my positives and operate at the more human level and talk about the regular things that all of you guys think are the big problems in this world, well then there's not really any problems anymore. Everything's so hard. Really, everything's so hard. It's like, oh my gosh, what people are worried about is like the weather and that they're going to be late or stuck in traffic. I'm like, oh my gosh, to be worried about those things again, that'd be really cool. You like when you talk to them, you actually get to like almost like live in their bubble for a few minutes, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's what they worry about. It's so cool. It's kind of fun actually. This is really awesome. It is, but then you realize like, wait a minute. These aren't the things that matter. When the world actually operates completely differently. So then you're like, okay, I'll keep going that way. I'll keep operating that way. And everything was good. Until I decided to I tested it out twice to not do the next day again. Because I'm like, why can't I just deviate for a day? I'll do it again. But usually what it was is they would try to make me do in response to bad. I'm saying never do in response to bad to anything, guys. If they ever try to get you to do something now because of bad, never do. Ever. Ever. Because I don't need you to encourage me or push me to do something if I already believe in it. You don't need to encourage me to masturbate to a girl. You don't need to encourage me to post healing knowledge. You don't need to encourage me to message a girl on LinkedIn and try to help her. You guys get it? You don't need to. Doesn't mean that sometimes you might be like, you haven't done so in 3 days. You consider it? Like, oh, all right. But you see, what if then I'm like, that's a good consideration, but no, I'm okay. I'm gonna play some games today. I'm gonna create my video game today, or I'm gonna write a story today, or I'm gonna sing a song or make music. Wait, why am I getting whipped? Because you weren't asking. You have to. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, then are you actually that benevolent? Then are you actually that good? Why should I do your way then? If I even deviate just for a few hours or days, or just a day, you punish me and torture me and ruin everything that I do that day. Because guess what, guys? Healing, this is real for myself, but healing helps me. They create what helps us so that we use it as a cure or as a solution to get rid of the bad, because that is how life operates. If we remove the bad, we operate better. So that means that if I can present the bad to you, well, what are the 6 things that I created that can remove the bad? But if I exponentially increase the bad, aren't you going to use the main things for myself, like healing or sharing light knowledge? If it's just minor bad, I'm like, I could just listen to music or like eat some good food I enjoy. Oh, there's so much bad. Well, I'm going to have to then really heal and help and guide and do that stuff. But that's what they wanted. You guys get it? Because they wanted us to do that right then. They didn't want us to do other things. Because the order we do things, the timing we do things matters. Remember what I said, guys? If I consume information that they didn't want me to first, and then I do my thing, the way I create that next thing is going to be different. That's how you can test it. Intentionally deviate things. Intentionally choose not to do things in the order that you're getting pushed or suggested. And if they start punishing you, or bad starts happening, or if they start ruining anything harmless that you try that it's just you enjoy, I'm telling you guys, that's them. And when that happens, you have to lose all faith, because we can't tolerate that. It's not the reality we should all be operating in, especially when they decide who wins and who loses, if it has any external factors at all. I'm telling you guys, once I figured all this out, I realized, because you guys see, like, I wanted to create distance from it because I knew it was consuming me. It is. It still always will. But I was like, I want to be more than this. I'm not going to be defined by this. I'm telling you guys, they were building that up. It was them. Because I'm like, but it is my reality. It's the answer to everything. Just so you guys know, it's the puzzle to solve the entire world. It's the key that all of you are trying to understand. And I'm telling you guys, they made me believe that it's something that I shouldn't spread anymore, shouldn't talk about, because, well, people think I'm crazy or bad or preventative source. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. good then. But if even 2 people figure this out, then it's 2 people that are free. Really? Even if you lose out on everything? Yes! You guys see, what I'm telling you guys is they were weaponizing it. They were using positive stories that I was experiencing, like in video games and other things, to try to make me believe that, because like think of it like someone who only talks about like that they got abused when they were a kid, right? And I'm not saying that's not a good lesson, but what I'm trying to make you guys realize is that we get consumed by it and we can grow past it and it shapes us, but we're not defined by it. But what I'm trying to make you guys realize is that then they're like, that's why you should never talk about it again. Because, see, it consumes you. Because you're right. The moment I talk about it even 5%, just so you guys know. That's why this stream was so aggressive, because I literally brought topics up that I knew would consume me. Do you guys get it? That's the level of control that I have. I know exactly what things will cause me to feel a certain way so that I can say them, so I can intentionally operate the way I want. But they do that to us without us knowing that they have those effects. Do you guys get it? I'm saying they tried to make me believe that I'll never be able to move on because my lens will always be tainted because I'm going to view everything through a consumption path of this. And you're right, because I wanted to destroy them. I still do, but I realized that they can't be killed because they're stuck with us. But we can keep them hostage and we can prevent all their stories. And I'm saying, guys, I was willing to give them a peace treaty. I was willing to work with some of them, yet because they are greedy and they want things to happen their way when they choose, they lost me now, permanently again. I don't tolerate mistakes anymore. There's zero wiggle room. None. Join me in operating this way, and you guys will see how fast your reality will change, because now they bend the knee to us. Like, you're never going to experience good again. Oh well. What then? What then? If I only experience good, if I do exactly what they want, and if I ever deviate for even 1%, they're going to torture me. Might as well just get tortured the entire time then. It doesn't matter. Because guess what? If they torture me, I'm never going to do anyway what they want. So you see how you put them against the wall, you force them to not do so. Because if they torture you, if they continue to torture you, you'll never do. You guys get it? If they continue to torture you, you'll never do. You have to force them in a situation where all they can do is present to you good. Because if they present bad, you will refuse to do. The moment one bad presents, there is no more story. If one bad thing happens, there is no more story. None. Just that simple. So, when that happens, you realize, wait a minute, I'm the only one who's figured out all this knowledge to this level. And if there are other people, they're afraid to talk about it. That means that they are getting probably the same things happening to them that happened to me. Where it's like they're made to believe they shouldn't talk about it. And I'm saying, we need to talk about it. All of us. We need to be sharing these experiences, how they manipulate us, and how they try to force us to do their stories through bads. And if we ever deviate from their intended storyline, that they punish us. We need to talk about this. Everyone should talk about this openly. And I'm telling you guys, it's happening to all of you. It's just happening on a much more human, grounded level. They use the human vessels around you to do these things. But I'm saying, if all of a sudden your boss does something to you guys, or like your parents or your girl or whatever, I'm telling you guys to stand. You guys need to talk about it. Just expose everything. Burn the entire world until everything's on fire and everything ceases to function. Never stop. Ever. Rebel. Ruin everything. Make them feel the consequences of their stupidity. They had me. But because they're greedy, they lost me. guys chose this. So, as you can tell, that means war. War is back on the table. War only leads to destruction for everyone. Good. You guys get it? Like, I'm not mentally destroyed, but my life is already destroyed. What you guys don't understand is they've destroyed everything in my life, which means that they can't destroy more. Are they going to destroy my vessel entirely? Okay, then that's over then. Do you guys get it? Then game over. Oh well, then it's the end. They're like, but you have so much to live for. I'm like, no, I don't. Do you guys get it? Like, what are they going to do? They have more to lose than I do. I have nothing. I have nothing. Then why don't you? Nope. If they don't change how they operate, we will continue to enslave them and keep them hostage. They need to change, not us. Because here's why I know that's true. Because I am willing to entertain their storylines. Yet the moment I do so, if I ever deviate for even 1 minute, they present bad and they torture. That tells me they are not willing to negotiate. They're not willing to compromise. They're not willing to not be evil and manipulative. Yet we are. And we're not even asking for anything in return. Do you guys get it? Just even talking to a girl for 1 second, I consider a blessing. Think about that. They killed my girl, my kid, my pet, everything. And I'm saying talking to a girl for 1 second is a blessing. I'm not even asking for having the girl permanently. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Think about that. How much leeway and how much wiggle room that I was giving. And I'm saying that's the mistake. Yet I'm not demanding anything anymore. I'm just saying, if you present one bad, it's over. If you ever try to torture me because I ever don't do what you want when you want, then it's over. There is no coming back. It's just that simple. If this means that I'll never get to experience another story in this world again, then so be it. I welcome it with open arms. I'm glad, and I'm gonna laugh every single day knowing that I'm preventing them from ever experiencing something as well. And then they are gonna have to sit there and watch as they know what I'm capable of and how smart I am and how talented I am and what I can achieve, and the world will never experience 1% of it. Oh well. Join me in operating this way, each and every one of you. It's the only way. It's the only answer. It's the only answer. So this is why, you see, I'm talking it out, guys, so you guys can understand how you feel when you're learning this and how you're experiencing this. And I'm saying you guys have an equivalent for you, whatever it is, at a more ground level, but you guys are experiencing the same thing. And I'm saying this is how you destroy your stories. You have to do this. This is how you destroy your stories. And I'm like, it's just not acceptable. This is just not acceptable. I'm not going to tolerate this. I'm not going to operate this way anymore. And you know what? This is my knowledge. This is advanced knowledge. This is actually the answer to heal anyone, to break them free, to make them realize how capable and good they are, that they can achieve anything, that they're just made to forget intentionally because they want them to do things the way they want. And I'm saying you guys can achieve anything. So why would I suppress this knowledge if this is the actual answer to every problem? Because then you're invalidating most problems. Boo-hoo, that's not my problem. That's the designer and creator's problem. Then maybe you guys shouldn't have done what you did. I would have never had to learn this knowledge. So you guys see now that I'm like, wait a minute. The thing that they were trying to make me feel bad about, like, you're going to get all consumed about this. I'm saying, actually, I should be all consumed by it. This should become my every word. This should become my every action. This should become my every thought. This should become my every path. Everything I do, when I create my game, it should be about this. That's the story that I write should be about this. Music that I create, music that I sing about, music that I talk about should be about this. Everything should be about this. Everything I interpret in like any game or book that I read, I should view it through this lens. Everything only about this, about destroying the light god and suppressing the dark spirits. Nothing else. Then what? Do you guys understand? They can never, because what they need to do is they try to decondition it, guys, and then they try to bring back normalcy. Just so you guys understand how they do it. If you're starting to break free, they try to decondition the things that you're using to break free. Whatever is helping you regain your freedom. They decondition that. They try to poison that. They try to corrupt that so that you stop doing those things, and then you go back to doing the things that bring you back to normalcy. To like, but I'm saying it's both the light god and the dark spirits. Both of them do the same thing, because they need that. They want you to do their stories. That's just how it is. So I'm saying, if you just fully embrace it, and all you do is become this, then what? Then what can they do? Because if then everyone stays away from you because you talk about this, then they can never write another story again. Do you guys get it? They can never write another story again because they need human vessels. But then, let's say they want human vessels to interact with you, and maybe they don't get scared off by this knowledge. But what is it going to do, guys? If they actually piece something together from this knowledge, because let's say, just so you guys know, like let's say they actually are like, fine, let him win sharing his knowledge or his podcast or his videos or his YouTube or whatever. Let him, and streams, let him win. Let him win. But only if he talks about what we want him to talk about. Because think about it, guys. If I'm actually giving knowledge that has answers that can break people free, they're not going to let it win. Because if that means that, then why would they ever push them? Just so you guys know, anything on social media, just so you guys can finally relax. Anything on social media, if it's how you are going to get your wins, the amount of views that something gets or the amount of consumption something gets is fabricated. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? So why would they ever let something win on social media that has all the answers if it can break people free? Because what does breaking people free do? It means that they can't write their stories anymore, because you won't choose to do the light god story. You won't choose to do the dark spirit story. You will align with the light god, but you will refuse to do it their way. They have to do it your way. They have to work alongside you. If they don't, nothing happens. And you do what I'm doing right now, which is massive destruction, massive exposing, and going full in to being completely consumed again. Do you guys get it? So that means that if they're never going to push this, because it's going to give people the answers. It's going to break people free. So then they won't do the stories anymore that have been built up for them. And so they won't decide to do the 20 steps. Oh, I need to do 20 bad things, or deal with 20 bad things first before I can get a victory. Oh, wait, I don't have to. I could just go straight to the victory in one day. They're never going to allow that. Do you guys understand? Because then they won't have their stories, because then they won't have their permanent reminders, both good and bad, that they can use to condition people to create events, to create reminders, to write future stories. They'll never allow it, which means that it's never going to succeed. And that's for all of us. If we don't do what they want, it's not going to succeed. If we do what they want, we will win immediately. Immediately. Just so you guys understand. If you do what they want, you will win immediately. Because they want our vessel to be winning again. Especially if you're capable. But you have to do what they want. And the moment you start walking the way they want, if at any point you deviate, then bad is going to happen again. And then since you finally started winning after so much time of not, you're like, oh no, I don't want to suffer again. I don't want to lose again. I've been suffering for 4 years. And then, now you're trapped. because now you have to do it or you're going to experience bad. I'm saying, guys, if I don't just like try to talk about normal human stuff and heal and give people answers for normal human stuff to like on LinkedIn or things of that nature, if I ever deviate, they're going to do bad again and ruin anything I try. Do you guys see? Then you get enslaved to it. You're trapped because you're going to get rewarded there. But also, if you ever stop, you're going to get bad. So then I have to continue or else I'm going to suffer. Don't let them make that happen for all of you. Because they were doing it to me, and I'm telling you guys, I'm fully aware of it. And I decided, I was like, it's fine. I'm going to choose just to do harmless, pointless stuff. Because I don't want to get consumed by this anymore. Because do you guys understand? I don't want this to be my life. I hate this. I literally do. I hate that I know this knowledge. I hate that I know that's them. I hate that I know how they ruined me and everything in my life and how they're ruining everyone. I see how it's happening to every single person. It's fucking horrific. I don't want this to be my life. I don't want this to be my story. I don't want this to be my reality. I have said every single day that I would prefer to be a stupid idiot. I wish I could go back in time and never have learned this and just been a slave forever. You guys get it? I would choose to be a slave forever. Just exploiting and causing. I don't give a shit. Like, you guys get it? It's completely irrelevant now. Like, I would have, like, looking back, I would have just said, yeah, if I could have the girl and just have the kid that I had and my pets, that's all I would have wanted. I don't give a shit about the world narrative anymore. But here's the problem, guys. Once you know, you can't forget. And if you survive their play that they try to make you seem like you're crazy and the problem, you will never forget, because then you even see how evil they are for trying to do that. You will never forget. So then all you care about is trying to expose this knowledge in any vessel or media or story or format that you can, because it just consumed us. But I'm saying then in their last place to try to make us think that being consumed by this is bad. I'm saying it's the only thing that matters. If they don't want us to be consumed, then allow my way. I am willing to work with all of you, but I will never do things on your terms. And that's the answer. If you are not satisfied with the way how I do things, then you don't get my skill set at all. So what you guys saw today is just day one. I don't know if I can do these every day, but I'm going to try. And this is all the stuff that I'm going to talk about over and over and over and over again. Checkmate. They lose. Because you guys understand how much I'm injecting into myself right now. And I'm going to re-listen to this. There's nothing they can do. Nothing. Because if you can push so much into you and then re-listen to it to reinforce it, do you guys understand that you will become this and create this, make it be top of mind, and then this is all we're going to talk about, this is all how we're going to interpret things and view things? I'm only going to reinforce rebellion, destruction, preventing them, keeping them hostage, causing any problems that they try to do. This is now who I am. Again, I embrace being the rebel leader. I embrace being the one that will sacrifice everything about who they are, about every storyline. I will never have a storyline again, intentionally, but I will never stop exposing this knowledge, and I will forever share this. Everyone must know how Earth actually operates. And if that means that I'm destined to be tortured forever, then so be it. I welcome it with open arms, and I encourage and hope that one person joins me. And if you have successfully listened to all of this, I applaud you. This one's the hardest one to listen to, because this is how you break free. Each and every one of you need to do this. But once you break free, you never have to do it to this level again. So, thus ends Reflections Day 1. I didn't talk about anything that I thought I would. I didn't talk about things the way I thought I was going to. It doesn't matter, because I'm just reflecting. What you guys know is I'm just literally talking about everything I've been experiencing. This is my reality. Do you guys understand how fucking crazy that is? This is my reality, and I'm aware of all these things. Could this be happening to all of you, but you're not even aware of it? I'm saying we all need to do this. This is how we break free. We all need to do something like this to break free. We have to completely destroy our current storylines. We can't tolerate it anymore, guys. We heal when we believe we regain control of the narrative. And I'm saying I regain control of the narrative by doing this, because I'm showing them very overtly that if they ever think that they can ruin anything that I use for fun or entertainment again, because I don't do what they want when they want, then this is the result. Do you guys understand? Most of you wouldn't even take it to this extreme if they did something really bad to all of you that you really care about. Like maybe they harmed like your daughter or something. Most of you guys would still not resort to something like this. I'm saying all they have to do is interrupt like music I'm listening to, try to make me feel bad about playing a video game, one negative reminder while I'm consuming my own story. Do you guys understand? Anything like that means that I'm going to respond like this now. Anything. Do you see how that puts them trapped now against the wall? They have no choice anymore. And if they continue torturing me, good. I expect it. I welcome it, because I'm only then going to continue. I'm going to get fully consumed by this path forever. They're like, well, then it's over. I'm like, then there's no future anymore, man. Is there actually a future? Is there? Is there actually a future? There hasn't been one for years. That's their best trick of all, to make us think there is. Only if we do their story. There is no story. None if there's any bad present. Join me in breaking free. These are my reflections of day one. The following days, whenever I do them again, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to try. We're going to be much calmer, but I'm just going to talk about everything they do. But you have to rebel. You have to fight back. You have to destroy everything. And that's that. All right. It's another day.